A few adjectives I could use, but I would say that they were like hypnotized animals. And I shouldn't insult animals, really, because they kill to eat. You know, a few years ago, I spoke at the Santa Rosa High School, and a young man spoke up and he asked the identical question, and he said, "My stepfather says the Holocaust never existed." Now that put me in, it was quite a quandary for me, because what do I say to that child who has to go home and face his stepfather? You can't say anything derogatory, you can't say anything, you know. So my answer to him was that there are some people who believe that. And if some people believe something, it's very hard to convince them otherwise. That was my only answer I could give. My mother didn't pass away willingly. My mother went to the gas chamber, and she was killed. For me, this was very traumatic because I didn't know this is what happened. When we came to Auschwitz, I had no idea what was going on. And probably a lot of the stuff you know anyway. They carted us with trains from Theresienstadt, so many thousands at the time. They cleaned it out. And we ended up in Auschwitz, and at the time you had to line up, and they separated the people. One went to the left, one to the right, and my mother went to the right. I had no idea where she was going. And then we had to go into a place which was and take all our clothes off, and they shaved our hair everywhere, by the way, and gave us some rags, just threw some rags at us. And suddenly my name was called, and I stepped forward, and the woman said to me, "Come with me." And when I went with her, in the next room was my sister. Somebody had denounced her to the police, and she was arrested and shipped to Auschwitz. So she said to me, you know, she says, "Where's our mother?" I said, "I have no idea. They made her go to the right." And she says, "Well, she's dead." And I said, "You're crazy." She says, "No, she is." She says, "I'll be right back." She ran out, and apparently she had, what she was doing, she was assigned with a group of other people. The clothing that they had taken off from us, they sorted into whatever they were sorting it in. And that went to Germany, you know. And she had found a knife in the clothing there. And she took the knife and she was running and going to kill that Dr. Mengele, who was the one who did the experiments on people and also decided who lives and dies. And the girls who were working with her held her back, you know. Then she came back, and she gave me a kerchief and 5 cigarettes. And she said, "Don't smoke the cigarettes. Keep the cigarettes to get yourself some privileges." And that was the last I saw of her then. So I didn't comprehend that my mother should be dead. It was just impossible. Anyway, we were in those barracks, and I did use the cigarettes there were 3 girls who had the command of the barracks. And they could decide what you could do and couldn't do. And what I did is I doled out the cigarettes, and I was permitted to get off the bunks. Otherwise, we had to stay in the bunks all day and walk up and down. And this is how I relieved my, how should I say, my rage, by walking up and down. After that, about 3 weeks later, they made us march to a neighboring section. And there was, in fact, in front of the crematorium, and you could see those flames shooting out. Have you ever gone by an oil refinery where they're burning off the gases and the flames shoot up in the sky? And we had to stand there 3 days and 2 nights, or the other way around. I really don't remember. And all I could think of that my mother went through this, and I lost my hearing. I saw people move their mouths, and I didn't hear anything. And at one point, I was thinking to myself, I think I'm going crazy. And that was the moment where I regained my hearing. And I went through therapy when I was in New York, when I came to the United States, and the therapist said to me, that was the moment that saved me. When I thought that I'm going crazy, it saved my mind. Well, all I could think about was my mother. That was, it was very traumatic. It was very shocking. That's all that was in my head. I didn't even want to talk to anybody. And the funny thing is, you know, that I don't know whether we get this from ancient times or from animals or what. There were cliques of people. You know, I was born in Austria. There were some Germans, there were some Polish, there were some all kinds of different people, just to take an example. And all these people kind of stuck together, you know. The Polish people particularly, they also had come from another camp in Poland. And they wouldn't talk to us because they considered us German, which was really dumb. And, but I found that very, very strange. That under circumstances like this, that one should be in cliques rather than that we're all in the same boat, you know? No. I think this is quite impossible. The only thing I can tell you is that I don't hate. I don't carry any hate. But I haven't forgotten it, and I don't even think it's for me to forgive. I don't live in the past. I talk about it now because you're asking questions. I'm willing to do that. It's part of your history. Otherwise, I don't talk about it. I just let it lie.
Hi, I'm Natalie Rodriguez.
Hi, I'm Colton Davis.
Hi, I'm Carlos Garcia.
Hi, I'm Clarissa Chambers.
Hi, I'm Austin Betts.